Hey Virgo, how are you? I'm the Tarot Card Lady, and hi, welcome. I mostly talk about love. Sometimes mid-read I might switch over depending on how it's going. Lately you guys have been throwing me for the loop and saying, I'm not talking about love, I want to talk about work. So then I end up talking about work, and now you don't want to talk about love. So it just really kind of depends. Yeah, so let's just get started. I feel like all of these came out sideways. I feel like you're getting some direction that you finally needed. This could be on that project that you've been working on from what I see, if you guys have been working on one. I don't know, regardless, it could be love, it could be money, it could be you becoming a parent. It's just leading in this direction that you have planned. See, look, you've been planning it. Or you could be talking to an Aries, but I'm just saying, like, you've been planning this, especially with the Fool here too. So this could be, even though it was hard work, I feel like you're starting to reap the rewards. I don't know. It could be the person that you finally got. It could be that, oh yay, they said yes. You know what I'm saying? Something along those lines, that you're finally getting what it is that you want. We're gonna switch over to Barbie. Male or female, this is just a deck that makes me happy when I look at it. All right. I want to know what's the Ten of Pentacles. Oh my God. What's the Ten of Pentacles? That's too many, but I'm going to put them away and put them back. The Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck. Eight of Wands, Seven of Cups. Could be picking the person that you want to be in a relationship with, but I don't like how three came out in a stack. I kind of like it when they come out a little bit separate. I feel like it's more intentional, you know? So anyways, okay, you don't want to do that. You listen to your intuition, and yeah, okay, well, that's a bunch of shit. You listen to intuition. I feel like listening to your gut, you're like, yes, I listened to my gut. I was right, or I was right about this. And it led you into a new direction. Now, again, it could be love. It could be money, the Temperance. Didn't I say you needed to find balance in it? I feel like I've seen this already. And then the Seven of Cups came out again. Something was picked because you stayed focused on what you needed to focus on. Now, if you're not here yet and you're still over here working and planning, then this is something that you need to do, right? Listen to your intuition, find the balance as far as picking the right formula, whatever it is that you need in order to be picked. Let's just say it's about YouTube, you know, the formula could be the thumbnail and the title in order for somebody to click on it. And listening to your intuition as far as what to add to it and what not to add to it, that's going to send you, I don't know, in this direction that you want to go to. That's going to make you happy. That one that you're purposely planning here. So I'm going to ask more about this High Priestess with the intuition, because I really feel like that is tied into the success that you're looking for. And it is because you stayed focused. And you had that inner calling and you listened to it. It's really hard to listen to your intuition and your inner calling. I feel like fear is just like, you know what I mean? All up in your face and in your gut, and you're just like, God, I can't even hear my intuition. If it's hard for you to make visuals, I'm not into mantras or anything like that. I'm not into, sorry Virgo, The TV came on and I had to turn it off. All right, let's clarify the Fool, because I feel like you released something. I feel like this is you judging yourself in this situation. Like, how do I do this? Ay, ay, ay. I'm so sorry. And I feel like you released this out in the cold. It's kind of like you're alone a lot. The struggles of that, the struggles of being in a project where you're alone. It could be that if this is a dating situation, it could be that you're alone, right? And the problems you face when you're alone, or the problems you face when you're working on a project alone, or if you're just alone in general, a single person, you know what I mean? You're kind of like, when is it my turn? What is not working? What am I doing wrong? Why do I keep finding people that are a bunch of crap or unavailable or whatever, right? And I think this is you kind of just judging yourself. That's what I'm getting from the Fool. I feel like you're releasing all of this right here. So we're gonna put that there. And then we got the Magician and the Moon. This is you kind of getting some empowerment, but we're gonna ask about the Moon real quick. Here we have Four of Wands, Ace of Cups. Again, that could very well be that you meet somebody in a relationship and you're moving forward towards a better form of commitment. Maybe you're feeling like you're finally chosen, right? So once you get this cocktail mix of your own getting your mojo back. But I want to find out what the Moon is, because I feel like, hold on. Like with the Magician, I get it, right? How that would tie into this. But the Moon just is King of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. Oh my God. Well, I can't do all of this. This is, the Moon is, hold on. I'm getting it. The Moon is this work that you've been doing on yourself that got you to this Fool, where you're releasing all of your feelings that you had, this self-doubt. What am I doing? Things aren't working out. How can I rethink this? Find another way of going about it. I feel like these two things are you. You're finding strategy or being strategic, or saying, hey, I'm not going to go to the bar anymore and try to find someone. I'm going to go to the library. And then this is you upgrading yourself, and this is you doing it with the Moon. Do you see what I'm saying? That's what you don't see happening, is all of this worry, stress. How am I doing it? Like, this is you all up in your brain, right? Because we were clarifying the Fool. And then I got the Magician and the Moon. And that's what that is. That's what you don't see, is that you're figuring it out, and you're going to get into this Fool position where you're like finally releasing it, and you're accepting the fact that this is the plan. This is what it is. You're becoming it. You're no longer like you're claiming the main character. Trying to think of other ways of saying it that's not just job related. Like also in a relationship, you're saying like, okay, this is who I am. I am not gonna stress about it. I'm not gonna sit here and call myself all sorts of bad things. I'm going to own whatever it is that I am, and I'm gonna be confident about it, right? And that's you with the Magician, claiming who you are and owning it and accepting that this is what it is. This is the package that you're presenting to the world. And then with that, oh my God, does this make sense to you? Because it's so making sense to me. I just feel like I'm not explaining it right. So the Emperor, you You're saying fuck it to all of what you used to feel. And then because of that, you're listening to your intuition and you're going into the period of what you wanted because that's what you've been planning. And then this is you, right? The Queen of Pentacles gets the Ten of Pentacles, but you need to be strategic about it. How do I do that? You got to be strategic about it. You got to, if it's a relationship, you got to be happy with you. You got to, whatever it is that those people tell you, you know, you got to love yourself or blah, 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 all of that. You got to do all that. You got to be strategic about it though. It's not just like, okay, I'm going to love myself. Let's go shopping. It's not like that. It's more, I'm going to work on my journal at 6 in the morning. So I'm setting my alarm at 5:30 so that way I can get ready, do my journaling. You know, it's a little more planned. I'm not telling you to journal. I'm just saying there's some strategy behind it that you need to do, right? I'm gonna drink more water. Okay, well, I'm gonna carry around those obnoxious gallons. Something like that, where you need numbers, you need it on paper, you need strategy. And I don't know, it's gonna be different from everyone because you're listening to your intuition. So what is your intuition telling you? I really hope that this is helping you because I just want to make sure I'm making it clear. If I'm not clear, let me know. But regardless, you're moving into a good direction. As long as you're listening to your intuition and you're shutting up your brain and telling it to shut up. Okay? All right, I hope that helps. Bye, Virgo.